All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus Show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. Top loser. We're going to talk top 5 losers in the loss to the Detroit Lions. This episode brought to you by BetUS. Head over to BetUS. Use the promo code YouTube150 at checkout for 150% bonus on your first deposit. Additional 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits up to $2,000. BetUS. Vikings, Lions. The Vikings were definitely the losers in the game. We got 5 players. We're going to talk about that. Hurts our heart.
Yeah, we could have picked up more. There was a lot of losers last night's game. Let's start with the biggest, the most obvious one. That's our quarterback, Sam Darnold, who got us here. So let's not forget that, but not his game last night. 18 for 41, 166, sacked twice for 24 yards, quarterback rating of 55.5. Sam Darnold couldn't hit. He just couldn't throw the ball. I mean, 20 yards over someone's head, 10 feet in the air. I mean, even the ones that were completed early were high balls that the receivers had to make great catches on. He had some open targets. He just could not hit them.
Sam Darnold was blitzed the most he's ever been in his career, 56%, they were saying. So this is something Sam Darnold has never seen before, and they clearly made him uncomfortable. So while Sam throwing the ball did not have a good game, I mean, you got to give some credit to that Detroit Lions defense as well to make him uncomfortable. I mean, the whole time in the pocket, moving around, didn't look comfortable. Usually when he feels that pressure, he looks a little more smooth, but he had nowhere to go. And then when he did have somewhere to go,
he wasn't throwing it.
He just didn't make a good pass. He did not make a good pass.
And a couple times, too, the first read was open, and he wasn't taking it. So I don't know what he was doing there or what he was thinking. But you've seen someone was going up on Twitter here where the guy was open. He's just not throwing the ball. So Sam Darnold was off. He was just off all night. And, it's too bad it came the biggest game of the year for the Vikings.
Well, and when he was when he wasn't seeing him, it's like he wasn't. It's not like they were right in front of him. Like there was positions where he couldn't, like with the Jalen Naylor one, he was wide open. It's like he couldn't make the throw. He was basically backwards. All I'll say is everybody bouncing on Sam Darnold. See, it's not it. This ain't the guy. I mean, give me a break. The dude had 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 4,300. If one game, go look at Josh Allen's game log. Go look at I don't know, other top quarterbacks. They're all gonna have a shit ass game. Jared Goff, the dude threw 5 interceptions against the Texans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Sam Darnold is our guy for the rest of the year. In the comments, bench Nick, put Nick Mullins. It's like, come on, man. Sam Darnold's the shit. He had a horrible game. He had the horrible game.
But yeah, like I said, don't forget, he got us here. Let's go to a guy who's just looked off again last night too. Will Reichert, our kicker. He 3 for 4 on field goals, 75%. One really, really bad miss that just hooked right. And then the weird kickoff at the end of the half would set up a Lions field goal where he just kicked it out of bounds. The one before that was very close. I don't know what's up with Will, but he's starting to scare us a little bit.
Yeah, and the missed field goal is one thing. The kickoff has got me the most scared. That just doesn't happen. You don't do that. And that thing went out at the 10-yard line. I think it's fair to hit the mild alarm button for Will Reichert not more for the future. He's our kicker of the future. But just next week, I mean, he's just a couple of bad weeks put together. There's reason to be nervous when he goes out there right now.
Well, kickers, I mean, they can definitely get in some funks, and you want him to have time to work through it, but it's also the playoffs now, so you don't have time to work through it. You got to figure this out in practice and then come with your A game next Monday night, Will. We know you got it in you, but yeah, he got us a little bit nervous here. Another guy we know he has it in him, but it just hasn't seen much of it this year. T.J. Hawkinson, 2 catches yesterday, 9 yards, and quite a few drops.
8 targets. 2 receptions on 8 targets to your big, beefy tight end. That just doesn't sit well. I mean, some of those passes, defense made some good plays, but when you're that big and you got those big old mitts, I mean, I'm expecting him to come up with those. And Hawkinson didn't see a ton of targets this year. He's obviously not healthy the whole time, but I don't know. He just didn't look that great this entire year. He had some big catches, but I got higher expectations for old 87.
Yeah, and we've seen him make those catches when defenders are draped on him, and he was just so quick to look at the refs every single time and just be like, I mean, I don't know why he was going to that so soon. Usually he makes those catches, but 2 for 8. How many of those are catchable is the question, but he did have quite a few that he put on the ground.
It's his former team, man. This was your moment, Hawkinson. Damn it. Yeah. Keep looking at him. Sam, keep throwing it to 87. Keep throwing it to 87 against the Rams. Let's remember, 14-3. Fantastic season. Yeah. We got the Rams Monday night. Beat the hell out of them, too.
All right, let's go to an issue that's been an issue all season long, the offensive line. We're just going to group them all together because it's another bad performance by our own line.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, the Lions, whether it was their backups, whether it was their third stringers, Aaron Glenn was bringing the house, 56% blitz. They had their hands full, and they couldn't do it.
Mm-mm.
Sam, the pocket was just clenched up.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure in Sam's face. But again, O-line has been great all year, so nothing you shouldn't really
Blake Brandel.
be used to it by now. Yeah, there was this weird rumors before the game in our chat that everybody, Ingram was playing left guard. That didn't happen. It was still Blake Brandel, and he was still ass. So
I don't think those were rumors. I think it was someone just saying the wrong thing. Like, I don't think that was ever.
I think you were right when you said Brandel had probably go to the bathroom and
that was not a thing. Anyways,
it's O-line. But like the kicker, I mean, you can't do anything about it at this point. It is what it is. You got to roll it out again and hope they're better. Which that Rams D line is serious business with Kobe Turner, Jared Verse, and Braden Fisk. So hands full next week for sure for this O-line.
Speaking of who has their hands full, we gotta put Kevin O'Connell on there. You lose 31-9, and you're about 0 for a million in the red zone. Can't convert, going for fourth downs. I like the aggressiveness. Play calling was a little suspect, but Kevin O'Connell absolutely, unfortunately, deserves to be on this list.
Well, when your quarterback is having the yips, you got to maybe run the ball a little bit more, and he just wasn't doing it until a little bit later in this game. Like run it 3 times if your quarterback can't hit a wide open receiver. You got to maybe do something a little bit different, and that's why I think he deserves to be on this list. Just the fact he just kept doing the same thing that was not working and not changing. So I know a lot of the execution. I mean, the play calls I didn't have a problem with. I thought they just executed poorly by Sam Darnold, but just the lack of runs, especially in the red zone, I think he should have maybe tried something a little different there.
3rd and goal from the 2, and you pass it twice. You run the ball on 3rd and 2 if you know you're going for it on 4th. That's the one thing that kept me up last night. It's like, how do you throw the ball twice on 3rd and 2 if you know you're going for it on 4th down?
Yep. And then
man,
what we went through, was it 3 times and didn't convert at all, and then we settled for a couple field goals.
I think
really,
I remember twice.
It's Vikings. I mean, they should have had so many more points, but you know what? It is what it is, and
it's been an issue all year. Red zone offense shits the bed. They shit the bed. The Vikings could have easily scored 25 plus points yesterday. They couldn't do it in the red zone. He's got to figure out a way to get the ball in the end zone when we get in the red zone. It's the playoffs, man.
Yeah, and like last week when you're stealing the game, those little rollout passes. I mean, we don't try anything like that. We didn't try any of those weird CJ Ham dives that sometimes work.
Yuck! I don't want to do that.
Something has to work. I want to take it out of the hands of the guy who's struggling. And KLC did not do that last night.
Well, I mean, he was the quarterback. He has the ball the whole time.
Well, you hand it off, then something different. You can't.
Regardless, 31-9. We're gonna put our head coach on there. Brian Flores absolutely does not deserve it. The whole defense gets a whole pass from this losers list, but it hurts. The game hurt, but we got to move on. We got the Rams. It's the playoffs. We beat the Rams. We got the Lions up the next week, and I hope we get another shot at them.
Oh yeah, we'll get another shot. Dan Campbell said we'll see you in a couple weeks. Did you see that during the game?
Maybe they were just going to meet for a beer. I don't know. I don't know, but I hope he's right. Remember, head over to BetUS and use the promo code YouTube150 for that 150% deposit bonus. Boom.
Remember this: the Greyhound is the fastest dog breed in the world with a top speed of 45 miles per hour.